We're on. Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Saturday, April Fool's Day, April 1st, and April Fool's Day. So I'm a fool, so I'm going to do a video. What a fool believes. The Doobie Brothers. Beautiful, windy, of course, but sunny. We'll take that. And I was watching a video with Dr. Phil. Surprisingly, Dr. Phil had Candace Owens, a black woman, very well-educated black woman. She went on Dr. Phil to sit across this this professor at San Diego State, woke scumbag. He looked like Steph Curry. No disrespect to Steph Curry, but he just happened to look like Steph Curry. I like Steph Curry. And he's going on and on and on. Surprisingly, Dr. Phil had her on because Dr. Phil knows what Candace Owens is all about. And he's trying to make this narrative of how everything's against the blacks. Everything's against the blacks and the blacks and the blacks. And she's like, there's blacks holding high levels of positions just like anybody else. They're still playing this 1960s, 1970s commentary, and it's old. It's old. Even the Democrat woke scumbags and retards are starting to figure out it's old. Dr. Phil, I would figure, was one of the ringleaders. He's probably shifting his thoughts because he knew what Candace Owens was all about. And she destroyed this woke professor from San Diego State University. And you got to check that video out. I don't put links or any of that bullshit on here. If you want to see it, you just go see it. But that was awesome. Candace Owens sitting across from this scumbag San Diego State professor. And they're talking about the times of affirmative action and everything else. And it's like, well, they think that there's inferior. He's trying to say what he's trying to say, and she's calling out is like inferior. Blacks are inferior, and they can't learn as good, and so they need all this other assistance, and they just need to get passed straight on through and everything else. And now the blacks are starting to say, wait a minute, we're starting to figure this out. That's bullshit. We're able to achieve high standards of learning and apply and everything, JC. And it was a pretty good. And she was like, no, that is becoming insultive. Like the crybaby blacks that are up there. Everything's against us. Everything's against us. Why don't they even call out Black Lives Matters? That corrupt. Or that robbed all the money. Why don't they call that out? So Candace Owens, black woman, went on Dr. Phil, sat across from a San Diego State professor, mixed professor, and she destroyed him. I was surprised that Dr. Phil had her on there. She's a very intelligent black woman. And it's just like saying, no, we don't need all this coddling and all this other stuff and this and that. And then you're still crying. We don't have a fair shot. We don't have a fair shot. Well, what do you mean you don't have a fair shot? You're in all the political cities. You're all holding political office positions, corporate positions, police chiefs, police, everything. Vice president. Well, what are they still crying about? That's what Candace Owens was saying. The gig is up on that bullshit. The gig is up. You're in America. No matter where you're coming from, you got a chance. There's loans and grants and student land. You got a chance. You got a chance. That's all. You got a chance. There's no more crybaby bullshit. Oh, I'm from the. If you got the motivation in you, you can do it. She doesn't like the fact that the San Diego State professor was up there saying, no, like shaming the African American race, shaming them in effect. Like, we need all this help. Slavery was yesterday and all this bull. It's like, move along. You're sitting there crying when you should have your head in a book, reading, getting A's, going on, get your bachelor's degree, get your build up. Enough of the bullshit. But the administration, this current presidential administration, wants to coddle everybody and just say, here, take this, here. We know you're stupid. Here, take all these entitlements, because you can't do it, Billy or Sally or Tyrone or Letitia. You can't do it. Here, take it. Take all these freebies. We'll just push you along. We'll just push you along through school. No, they're like, we're capable. Everybody's capable of learning. If you're motivated to learn, you go and learn. If not, well, then that's what do you want? Don't sit back and cry and then turn it racist and we didn't have a fair chance at anything. That's all. There's many people that come out of the ghetto or the projects and they have a chance to do this or that. I was in low-cost housing when I was younger, and there was apartments, projects, and some people went to college, some people thrived, some people didn't. It wasn't that you sat back and cried and went, oh, we didn't got this. Some people didn't do well, and some people did. The people that were motivated and went to class and learned and studied, they went and did it. You got a brain, you're capable of learning. If you could tie your shoes, you're capable of learning. They're still playing this same broken record that, oh, we don't have a fair chance. We don't have this. We don't have that. Oh, yeah. Candace Owens shredded that scumbag professor from San Diego State University, shredded that scumbag. And I was so surprised that Dr. Phil let it go. And Candace Owens was making the points because usually Dr. Phil is a political biased show. But his audience was applauding Candace Owens because, see, sooner or later, the people wake up and they're like, we're sick of this false bullshit, this candy-ass fake narrative, what they've been spewing ever since Biden got in. And then you got billionaires that are supporting these universities and trying to spew that shit. Billionaires, George Soros, S-O-R-O-S, as one. And in fact, behind the scenes, they're actually the racists because they're playing a game. They're playing a shell game. And whatever blacks want to fall for it and then vote for the wrong political party. See, they're trying to get that vote for the political party that lets their corporations do whatever they want. So you follow the money. You follow the money. Google, where'd all the Black Lives Matters money go? It went to their own personal bank accounts. It went to their mansions. It went to their yachts. It went to their own personal luxurious gains. They built a little George Floyd memorial over there. They slapped a couple of layers of paint on a wall. They made a mural, and there's your $100 million, folks, that you retards donated to Black Lives Matters, that those criminals that are under investigation and might get charged, maybe not, because they got the judges, Democratic judges. So follow the money. So I just wanted to do a quick show, because I saw Candace Owens tear that professor apart, San Diego State, and they're teaching the students how, to be needy and you don't need to thrive academically. We'll just push you along. Because it's actually insulting. That's what Candace Owens is saying. It's actually insulting that they think that the black population needs all these crutches and all this aid, where they're smart. They're very highly intelligent. Blacks, whites, Chinese, Asian. Anybody can be smart and intelligent. And in the United States of America, you have the opportunity to go to college. You have the opportunity to get financial aid. You have the opportunity to get student loans. You have a chance. So forget about all the crybaby bullshit. The shit is old, and they're starting to realize it. And Dr. Phil put them on his show, and it was like, wow. I got to give that one. I got to give credit to Dr. Phil. Give credit due. Give credit where credit is due. And they come up with the same recycled reply, those Democrat retards. They come up with the same bullshit. Boo-hoo, we don't have a chance. We don't have a chance. Well, geez. If you look across the demographics of certain races that hold positions, well, all the major cities, most of the mayors are black. Most of the city council members are black. The vice president is black. Leaders in every aspect are of color. What is that? What are they crying about? Money? They want to turn it into a money grab and make an agenda. And that's the way it goes. But good to see you, JC. I just wanted to kill a little time here and say hello to these people. JC, I appreciate that. Coming in here and everything. But I just had to do a video because Candace Owens, my hero, she's a black woman. And boy, she put down the facts. She put down the facts on that show. Not just bullshit talk, jibber jabber bullshit that these Democrat devils spew and all that. But the approval rating for Biden is like the lowest approval rating ever for a president. They're trying to railroad Donald Trump with these bullshit indictments by that scumbag DA in New York, Alvin Bragg. See, once they know that a Republican will get elected, that Democratic Party will be crippled. They'll have the Congress, they'll have the House Representatives, they'll have the Senate, they'll have all the power. So that's why the Democrats are just trying to dirty everything up. TV, this transgender bullshit, the spokesperson, that monster, Karine Jean-Pierre, that they had that killer that killed 6 in that mass shooting in Tennessee, killed 6 innocent people. And she's talking about that the killer is transgender and the poor killer. That's what we're up against today. Who would have ever thought we'd see that on national media? White House spokeswoman, scumbag, her reply was in defense to the killer that murdered 3 adults and 3 children, I believe, a transgender, and she's blaming everybody that the transgender is crazy because society doesn't accept the transgender, whatever. However, she's trying to justify. She's trying to. Our sitting president's White House spokesperson is trying to justify a mass shooting that was perpetrated by a transgender freak. That's where our country is at. It's going to come down to a police state, JC, where they're just going to have armed guards. You go do this, you go do that. You're going to have to go through metal detectors wherever you go. But I don't want that. I don't want that. I want freedom to come and go. That's Gestapo. See, then they want to backdoor you. And then now they get a leg up. Now that gives authoritative Marxist power to the government, because they'll just turn innocent people guarding stuff into shaking you down, showing ID, showing all this bullshit. And that's just a foot in. Maybe that would be a good idea, guards at places, but it could be the Trojan horse where they get in and then they turn it around into something else. It morphs into a different thing. So they can't be trusted. They can't be trusted on any level. But yeah, that freak, whatever she is, lesbian, LBGQT, whatever that freak show is, she got up there and defended the killer. She defended the killer. Not even a sad thought about the innocent people that got killed. It was society's fault that the transgender freak went nuts. Really? Wow. Joe Biden won't even comment on it. Not that he could comment about anything effectively, but that's all. I mean, I like to get on here, shoot the shit, blah, 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 and everything else. But, you know, we see all that. Hopefully there's a good change coming. And, well, we'll see what happens. But it's crazy. It's crazy. Every day you see the news. They're trying to, Hillary Clinton, 30,000 emails, nothing. Obama, crimes against our country. All types of Schiff, that pedophile, Schiff, all them people. And nobody went to jail. Donald Trump, they just make up stupid shit that the federal government, the CIA, the FBI, none of them would prosecute that, but a scumbag DA in New York City, Alvin Bragg, wants to pursue that just to bust the nuts. The other agencies looked at that stuff 7 years ago and said, no, there's nothing there. But they're just doing it for political bullshit. And that Bragg, Alvin Bragg, the DA in New York City, chooses to put on a circus. Why? Because they know that the end is near for the Democrats in the next elections. They're going to try to, Donald Trump could win the next election from prison. Okay? He could win the next election from prison and then pardon himself out of prison. So it's over for them. He could just make an executive order and pardon himself. So they got a year and a half, the Democrats, to just screw things up all the way. They've been targeting Donald Trump before he won the election, during his election, and post term, pre-term, during his term, and post term. That's all they concentrate on. CNN, those retarded Democratic news stations. That's all their day consists of, is bashing Donald Trump. They don't look at relevant issues pertaining to our country, what's going on, what's real. It's all fake bullshit. But their ratings are down. ESPN's ratings are plummeting. The NBA ratings are plummeting. People had enough. People have had enough. Enough of the bullshit. Biden will be done. Who are the Democrats going to run in the next election? Who will be the sacrificial lamb for the Democratic nominee? Who do they dare put up against Donald Trump? They're done. Trump could run, Cruz could run, DeSantis could run. Major players. Who is a strong candidate on the Democratic side? Biden don't even count. He's done. Who will they run against Donald Trump? They don't have a shot. They know it's all over. Unless they do some bizarre shit like they did before and rig everything. DeSantis has a great chance. Yeah. These are real patriotic people that want good for our country. Not this demonized Democrats that are running and just ruined our country. Trump made us real good, foreign and domestically, economically. And then you get these scumbag Biden administration just puts it all in the trash. Just most of it doesn't affect me. I go on, I come and go, I do what I want and everything else. But it's just like the soldiers that fought wars for our country to hand off all that blood and guts on battlefields to devils like Joe Biden and his administration. That's what bothers me. I'm going to live a great life, God willing. Thank you, Jesus. But the blood that was the sacrifices and soldiers that were killed to make this country a better place, hand over our country to a communist Biden, a Marxist Biden, a socialist Biden. So they're going to get it in while they can, because in 2024, it's over. It's over. Excuse me. It's over. They know it's over. They see the ratings. That's it. Who will the Democrats put out there to run against Trump or DeSantis? They don't have a chance unless they fix it. That's all. So thank you, JC, my man. I hope you have a great day, buddy. Stay great. Stay great. I like the people that think, not that I'm always right about anything or I'm a know-it-all about all this stuff. No, it's just common sense. You don't have to be a genius or an Einstein to just figure out this was like this during this era, and this is like this during the present era. You don't have to be a Democrat or Republican. I don't care to be a Democrat or a Republican. I'm just an American, just looking at things. So I appreciate the support, JC. You've been here a long time with me, and I don't like doing too many videos lately, but I know they screwed my subscribers up and everything else. And that's all right. I'll be a big boy, and I'll just keep communing with people like this. You have a great weekend too, JC. Good people. That's what I appreciate. Good people in the world. So God bless everybody. Stay great and have a good weekend. I won the lottery, 700,000. Not April Fool's. Today's April Fool's Day. I'm immature. But let's don't be fools like the Democrats. That's all. If it was Republicans, I'd be saying the same thing. So God bless everybody. Stay great, stay blessed, and I'll check in soon again. Thanks a lot, folks. Thank you, JC.